Hey, welcome to your practice. Today we're going to go over some strength work as well as some balance work. So a lot of functional movement will be in your practice today. As always, if it feels challenging at any point, just listen to your body, listen to your breath, and take rest as needed. Cool. Let's get started right away in downward facing dog. So I should mention that it's helpful to have blocks and a strap handy. So if you don't have a strap handy, you can always use a belt as well. Okay, downward facing dog. So spreading the finger pads, really pressing into the finger pads to start, pushing into the knuckles of the hands, tucking the toes, lifting the hips up for downward dog. Okay, so just starting to sense how we're feeling in this positioning. So a really great way, feeling the body. So if you feel like you're tight in the hamstrings or in the glutes, feel free to keep your heels lifted, your knees bent, but really root down through the knuckles of the thumbs and index fingers, but then rotate the triceps back. Notice here, can you let your head just completely hang? Can you find softness through the crown of the head? Find a sway side to side. And then, as soon as you can, find stillness. Start to sense the engagement now of the arms, of the hands, as you really think about rooting through those knuckle fingers. Really think about rooting through the thumb, the index finger, the big toe. Think about rotating the inner thighs back. Allowing the shoulder blades to stretch out to the sides, really widening the back of the pelvis as well. Begin to incorporate Ujjayi Pranayama, this breath of heat, of fire. As we just gently constrict the backs of our throats, start to really take hold of the breath. Notice your tendency to want to move. Take one more full breath in. On the exhalation, draw your belly button all the way into your spine. Good. From there, let's inhale, lift the heels now. Start to round the spine from the tailbone. So rounding the spine, rounding the spine, rounding the spine. Pulling the ribs all the way in, pushing into the hands. You're going to come into a high plank. Top of a push-up. Now for lots of us, we tend to move from a downward facing dog into a high plank and have to shift our feet back. Okay, so try and find a nice stance that allows you to go from one to the other without shifting the feet. And then from here, drop the chest through the arms. Start to feel the shoulder blades poke up off the back. And then dome out that space by pushing into the hands, into the floor. And so we're finding this retraction of the shoulder blades as they draw onto the spine, and then this protraction of the shoulder blades, which means that they separate off of the spine. We're finding a neutral here, okay? So find your neutral, find your middle of those two extremes. And now think about squeezing the glutes, drawing the inner thighs together, maybe even taking the feet together, drawing the inner ankles together. And now think about dragging the toes towards your hands and your hands towards your toes. Knit through the front ribs. Breathe. Spread the collarbones. For 3. For 2. Inhale, shift your weight forward. Exhale, lower onto your belly. Untuck the toes. Cricket the elbows, roll the shoulders back. Take an inhale, lift your heart here. Press into the toenails, use the back muscles. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, lower down. One more now. Inhale, lift the heart, reach the crown of the head forward, tailbone backward. Exhale, lower down. Now on this last one, take your feet wide, turn your toes slightly in. Take an inhale, press into the hands, maybe lift a little bit higher in this cobra, or come up to upward facing dog. With the feet wide, push into the toenails and start to turn the tailbone slightly down. Press into the arms, lift out through the shoulders, press down, lift. And now lift the crown of your head up and think about sending the back of your skull back as you slightly gaze up. Breath in. Turn over the toes, downward facing dog, breath out. Awesome. All right. Okay, as you inhale, please shift forward into your high plank. Exhale, knees down. We're gonna take some cat and cows to start. So breathing in, dropping the belly, lifting the sit bones, lifting the heart. Exhale, push down into the floor as you round through the spine. Inhale, lift the chest, the sit bones. Exhale, push down into the floor as you round. 2 more. Perfect. Now from here, we're gonna take the hands forward and we're just gonna sit the hips back. And then from there, turn the thumbs down. Pinkies are up, arms are internally rotated, and begin to press the thumbs down into the floor. So we're working to open up the back of the shoulders. Letting the belly just gently rest on top of the thighs. Good, now take the palms to face up. Pinky side of the hand is down. Take another breath in. Think about pulling the arms apart on the breath out. Good, so to really feel that engagement of dragging the arms apart. Breathe in. Breath out. Okay, now let's start to take the hands flat and press into the palms here and think about dragging the hands outward but drawing the outer arm bones inward. So it's very gentle, so be gentle here. The hands dragging outward and the upper arm bones dragging inward. Now, keep the arms straight. Breathe in. On your breath out, push your hands away. Press your chest closer to the floor, hips closer to your heels. Inhale, come up into a tabletop position. Tuck the toes, flip over, downward facing dog. Okay, bend the knees, breathe in, look forward. Inhale. Exhale, travel to the top of your mat. Find a forward fold. As you inhale, please lift the spine, flat back. Exhale, fold. Push down, inhale, rise high. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Close your eyes. Now start to just wiggle the feet a little bit. So just sway the hips a little bit. Now spread your toes apart. Okay. And now really think about pushing into the big toe and the outer pinky toe ball mound, so those knuckles there. Okay. As you do that, think about pushing into the center of your heel, center of your heels. All right, and now start to sense that engagement, that 3-point engagement of the outer big toe ball mound, the big toe ball mound, the pinky toe ball mound, and the center of the heel. And then place the toes down if they're lifted. And I'd like you to think now about really stretching the toes away from the heel, like you're just trying to reach them forward. And then stretch the heel away from the toes. Now, this might only be a mental thing for you. This might not be something that you actually are doing with your feet, but I just want you to think about that. The toes reaching forward, the heel reaching backward. Now I want you to think about that opposition. Think about the toes
or the base of the toe knuckles, the ball mounds, drawing towards the center of the heel, and the center of the heel gently drawing towards the ball mounds of the toes. So the toes don't actually curl here. Now what you'll notice happens is that we start to engage the arches of the feet. Okay. Now as you engage the arches, try and soften through the buttocks if you're squeezing at all in the buttocks. And then send your tailbone just slightly down towards the floor. And simultaneously think about the pubic bone or your low belly lifting up. Now imagine you can squeeze your outer thighs in. You may want to place your hands there, kind of give you that sensation. Okay, keep trying to draw the sole of the foot towards itself, right? So like imagine that you're picking up this little seed at the center of your foot, scooping everything up, and then continuing to let that rising up come up through the spine, and then allowing it to travel up into the center of the heart and up through the crown of the head. So we're feeling very, 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 very rooted, hopefully, in this positioning. Okay. Now, from here, start to shift your weight a little bit into the right leg. Slight bend to the right knee if you've locked out. And now keeping that engagement at the bottom of the foot, lift your left leg forward. Now if you feel stable here, we're keeping length, remember, in the entire spine. The core is nice and active here, drawing inward through the front ribs. Maybe lift your knee up in line with your front hip. Now you'll start to notice anything you notice at all about the single leg standing position. We're still gripping the floor with the bottom of our foot, yeah? Okay. And then from there, remembering to really lift up through the spine, send the tailbone slightly down. Now think, this left leg wants to draw back in the hip socket, so we're just squaring off the hips here. Holding this position, hands can come to your heart, maybe pressing into the palms to really feel this steadiness in the body. Release the foot down. Let's do the other side. So just switch your weight now into your left leg, spread the toes, and think about picking up the seed from the center of the foot. And then gently lift your right foot off the floor. Maybe take the right knee at a 90, but flex your foot, There's energy in this leg. And then start to gently just draw the right hip back. Remember, we're thinking about the outer hip squeezing in. And this left side standing leg gluteal muscle is starting to really squeeze here as we hold this positioning, lifting through the midline of the body. Feeling that little seed that we're picking up in the center of the foot. And place that foot right back down. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Reach tall. Exhale, fold forward at the hips, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, step back to plank. Lower down, chaturanga, either with the knees or not. Inhale, tops of the feet press, lift the heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, let's flow a little bit here. Right leg lifts, inhale. Exhale, take your right knee into your nose and pause. Okay, now from there, take the inhale, lift the knee up 1 inch, dome through the back. Stay here, flex the foot, exhale. Take another inhale, lift the knee, maybe pop up onto your tippy toes of the back leg. Exhale, step your foot to the top of your mat for a lunge. Okay, from there, just start to oscillate forward and back. Drop the hips and then straighten the leg. Let this feel good. Coming up into a crescent lunge, so peel the right hip back, the left hip forward. Scissor the thighs like you're trying to squeeze the mat together between your feet. And now inhale, sweep your arms straight up towards the ceiling. Exhale, sit low. So again, we're finding that feeling in the front foot of really drawing the ball of the foot towards the center of the heel. So you're really using your hands to grip the floor. Okay, arms come all the way up, breathe in. Good, hold for the exhale, maybe sink a tiny bit lower. Okay, now taking an inhale, lift up through the heart. On your exhale, swing your arms forward, launch yourself forward, and just come into warrior three. So you may need to use your back toes to kind of get your foot forward. Reach your back heel back. Remember to engage. Turn your left hip down, your right hip back. On the inhale, kick your left leg all the way forward and up. Arms come all the way up. Perfect. Exhale, bring your right hand to your left knee. Left arm is up. Now, as you breathe in here, stay. As you breathe out, swing your left arm behind you, twist over to your left. Remember, we're squeezing that outer right hip in. Breathe in, lift through the spine. Breath out, twist. Think about widening through the collarbones. One more breath in. One more breath out. On your inhale, swing your left arm forward and up. Both arms come up. Exhale, sit into chair pose. Bring the feet together, bring the hands through the heart. Sink the hips all the way back in space. Squeeze into the inner thighs and into the inner ankles and the inner knees. And press the palms into one another. Now from there, inhale, arms come forward. Bring the biceps right by the ears. And sit the hips further back. Maybe the toes lift. If they do, please place them back down. Take one more inhale. Perfect. On your exhale, fold forward, lift your hips up, fold in half. Inhale, lift through the heart, flat back. Exhale, step your left leg back. Left leg, still on the right side, left leg back. Okay. From here, arms are gonna come up on the inhale, so back into crescent. Perfect. Exhale, ground your back heel, warrior two. Perfect. Roll the shoulders back. Lift the chest. Flip the front palm, inhale, reverse. Stay for the exhale, firm the back thigh. Okay. Now, as you inhale, straighten the front leg. As you exhale, reach your right fingertips forward. As you send the hips back, firm the thighs, push into the front big toe, and take your right hand down either to your shin or to a block. Left arm up for Trikonasana, the triangle pose. Lifting your thigh away from your kneecaps. Pause here. Press your back heel down into the floor and push the floor away. Push the mat away, so back. Roll your shoulders away from your ears. Now notice if your spine wants to arch here. Can you draw the front ribs in towards the back ribs? Can you lengthen the side bodies 1 millimeter? Can you send the crown of your head further away from your tailbone? Take another inhale. Awesome. Another exhale. Look down. Breathe in. Inhale. Reverse triangle. Palm comes up. Legs stay straight. Exhale. Bring your hands down to the floor. And bend your front leg. Okay, from here, let's take the left hand down and lower onto the pinky toe side edge of your left foot. Start to walk your foot through center. Through center. Good. And now inhale, right arm comes up. Staying for the exhale, pressing into this left arm. Your choice here, if you want to move into Vashisthasana side plank. So tapping the right foot on top of the left or just holding the right leg up. Engaging through the core, pushing into the bottom foot to engage that glute. Lift the hips 1 more inch. On your exhale, find Chaturanga Vinyasa. Downward dog. Take a nice big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, ground the heels, maybe lift the toes. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, left knee to nose.
Pause. Take an inhale, lift the knee. Exhale, flex the foot. One more. Inhale, lift the knee. Dome out the back. Exhale, flex the foot. Step it forward, top of your mat.
Okay, from there, firm the back thigh. Remember, we're thinking about drawing the legs towards one another here, trying to squeeze the mat in half. From there, pushing into the big toe. Inhale, arms come up for crescent. Exhale, sit deeper into this lunge. One more breath. Perfect. From here, inhale, lift the heart. On your exhale, reach your fingertips forward and back. Leading with the heart, breathe in. Start to kick your back leg up for warrior three, airplane arms. Turn your back toes down, press out through the back heel. Peel the left hip back. One breath in. One breath out. As you inhale, bring your right leg up. Bring your arms up. Exhale, left hand to outer right knee. Left hand to outer right knee. Now, breathe in, lift through the heart. Pull the right hip back. Exhale, release the right arm behind you. Twist to your right. With every inhale, we find the length in the spine. With every exhale, we twist. Two more breaths. One more breath. As you inhale, reach both arms up, swing that right arm forward and up. As you exhale, go ahead and come into chair pose. Bring the feet together, hands come to the heart. Sitting low, inhale, arms forward. Exhale, sit low to the floor. One more breath in, lift. Breath out, fold forward and send your right leg back. All right, coming back up into crescent. When you're ready, inhale. And exhale, ground the back heel for warrior two. Taking that nice big stance, pressing the back thigh back, the front knee forward and out. Arms to a T, gazing over the front fingertips. Flip the front palm. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Open through the left side. Keep the legs. Exhale, just straighten your front leg. Inhale, lift. Exhale, Trikonasana. Reach the arms forward as you position the hips backward. Backward, backward reach. And now take your hand down to the floor, either onto a block or onto your shin or mat. So inside or outside, whatever feels comfortable right now, okay? Roll the shoulders away. Engage the legs. So we're trying to squeeze the legs together here. Notice what happens with the spine, okay? If you want to kind of jut the ribs out, try to pull them in here. Gaze can go up, down, forward, squeezing the legs. Can you inch the heart closer to the chin and the crown of the head closer to the front of the room? Press the back heel back. Hug the left hip underneath you. Look down at your front foot. Inhale, reverse your triangle. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down, bend your front leg. Right hand stays down. Now inhale, walk your left foot over to the left. Okay, hold here, or Vashisthasana side plank if that's in your practice. So holding, maybe lifting the leg up, maybe lifting the arm up. For 3, 2, 1, Chaturanga. Downward dog.
Inhale your left leg up. Exhale, knee to nose, round through the spine. Inhale, lift the knee, dome the back. Exhale, flex the foot, step it through.
Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, airplane the arms. Inhale, launch into warrior three. Exhale, hold. On your inhale, sweep the right leg up, reach the arms up. Exhale, left hand, right thigh, reach the right arm behind you, twist. Inhale, sweep up both arms. Exhale, chair pose, hands together at the heart. Inhale, arms forward. Exhale, fold, right leg back. Inhale, sweep the arms up, crescent. Exhale for warrior two, pivot the feet. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, straighten the front leg. Inhale, reach the arms forward. Exhale, Trikonasana. Stay here, one breath. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, lunge, hands to the floor. Okay, so same deal on this side. If you want to take the peace fingers around the big toe, go for it. If not, just side plank whenever you're ready. Rooting down through the outer edge of the right foot and hand lifting the left leg up, pushing into the big toe, into the heel, holding for three, for two, one, taking the leg down, chaturanga. Upward dog, exhale, child's pose. Awesome. Okay, inhale, let's come all the way up now. We're gonna come up to a stand and have the strap handy if you know that you struggle with grabbing your foot, because what we're gonna do is a balancing single leg pose. So come into the center of your mat. You can face forward if the screen is forward. And if you know that you need a strap, you can have it handy. I like to sometimes, because I don't know, place it along my shoulder and then figure it out once I'm up in the pose. So wherever you are, find a nice standing position and finding that engagement through the feet again. Pushing in to the knuckles of the toes, the heel, and then trying to draw the two together like you're picking something up off the floor underneath your feet. And then from there, allowing the spine to lift, allowing the crown of the head to lift. All right. Shift your weight into your right leg and start to bring your left leg, left knee up. Okay, so right away, start to assess if you think you'll be needing a strap. This is where you'll place it, right at the ball mount of your foot. Okay. Now, with the strap on the foot, roll the shoulders back. If you're not using strap on the foot, okay, hands are going to be at your hips, and you're going to take the peace fingers around your left hand peace fingers, and take your peace fingers around your big toe. Okay, so same side. And then from there, pull the shoulders back. When you're ready, breathe in. Exhale, start to extend your leg in front of you. So think about here, drawing the left shoulder back, flexing here through the front heel, dropping the left hip, pushing out through the big toe. Breathing. One more breath, squeezing your standing leg buttocks. Exhale, bend the knee, place your foot down, shake it out. All right, we got the other side. So again, if you're working with a strap or you're not sure yet, maybe this side's different, place a strap alongside your shoulder here, shoulder. And now find that rootedness in the feet. Imagine that you're picking up a little seed at the sole of your foot and you're lifting it all the way up, lifting through the crown, gripping the floor, drawing the core inward, engaging through the abdominal muscles. Great. Now From there, start to shift your weight into your right leg and lift your left leg up. Pull the left knee back so that the hip is pulled back, and then lift your right leg up. Hug the left hip in to the midline, and then assess. If you need the strap, this is where you place it, okay? No strap, you'll place peace fingers around the big toe. Okay, here. When you're ready, take an inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, extend the leg. Other hand on your hip. Pull the right shoulder back. Press the right heel forward. Lift the crown of the head. We're here for about 3 more breaths. Squeezing that leg. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Bend the knee, release. Shake it out. Awesome. Let's come on to the floor. We're going to come onto our backs. Take the knees to the chest to start. Rock side to side a few times. And now stamp the feet down onto the floor. Windshield wiper the knees. Side to side. Reach the arms back. Doing this a few times, just loosening up the hips. Good. All right. Bridge pose. Plant the feet flat, hips width distance apart. Press into the feet, and then now tuck the tailbone, start to lift the hips off the floor. And slide your arms down towards your heels. Slide one shoulder underneath the other, and then the other. And then interlace the fingertips, draw the heels of the hands together, press the arms into the floor, puff up the chest. Good, pushing into, rooting in through the heel and big toe ball mounds of your feet. Imagine that you can drag your feet slightly back in space, and notice what that does to your pelvis. Propels it up towards the ceiling a little more. Send your tailbone towards the space between your knees. Breathe. For 3. For 2. 1. Release your hands. Slide your spine down, vertebra by vertebra, letting the hips be last. And then taking the right thigh over the left thigh, letting the legs drop gently to the right, and gaze to the left. And then inhale your knees back through center, uncross, recross, left thigh over the right. Exhale over to the other side, gaze to the right. Inhale your legs back up through center. Exhale, happy baby. Press the spinal column down. Press the tailbone down. Maybe peace fingers around the big toes if you can. So just stretch the legs long, bring the legs together. Find a rocking sensation. Maybe move into plow pose with the hands interlaced. Slowly start to bend the elbows gently. Encourage your hips back to the floor as you peel down, allowing the legs to softly lower, keeping the back on the ground, lowering to the floor. Shavasana.